It's time for part 2 of the Community Redraw, so let's bring these illustrations to life. It would appear I'm a bit late to the party. My apologies for being delayed.
DINOSAUR, there you are. What kept you? I thought you were going to get here with the moniker, but I guess you being late to the party, as you just put it, well, it's you.
I had to check something. You wanted us to say if we've seen these Fakemon as creatures from our world? Well, it wasn't my world, but while exploring where I got, shall I say, my alter ego, I did come across one that matches that Batcil Fakemon, a member of the humanoid dinosaur species. It was a rather creative one at that.
Wait, what? A humanoid dinosaur species? You just... what?
Aye, lad. And they kindly gave Dino here this rather
fetching appendage.
DeMonica, I'm not sure you should be talking about his appendage.
His arm, lad. Take a gander.
Wait, is that a dinosaur arm?
You've got a dinosaur arm? That's cool.
I'm afraid I do. It was, as Enfold put it, kindly given to me by the leader of this humanoid dinosaur race. That is a story for another time. We are here to discuss the matter of these Fakemon being creatures we've encountered before. As I was saying, this creature was what best resembles a giant bat-type dinosaur with a creative flair, covered in, well, what looks like something that has dyed the colour of its scales. A large branch-like item was in its talons, often scratching designs into the ground of anything that this wondrous creature decided took its interest. A large greenish-skinned base with what could best be described as a reddish-pink furry mane. I must say, for a dinosaur-type creature, the drawing skills were simply marvellous. I did study this creature, and I've brought my research notes with me. This is a picture of how he looked. However, it's not as cuddly looking as the Fakemon picture you have there.
Okay, so that's now, what, 4 for 4? I don't recognise any of the other ones here as a mech armour that I've built, though there could be something else from our adventures. I did have a crazy idea. Well, one of my more genius ideas. Because I only have...
Here we go again. Let me guess. You only have genius ideas. Am I right?
That's right.
Nice to see you still humble as always there, Nexum. I'm a wee bit curious what the grand idea that you claim to be genius is. Perhaps you wouldn't mind sharing this idea you're so proud of.
Well, recently I went on a little adventure with DINOSAUR, and we met a rather strange fellow who was a bit of an expert of things that were, well, things that are a bit of a supernatural nature.
You mean that collar fella who worked for that foundation place?
Yeah, that's right. Well, I showed him these Fakemon. Had the idea that if we all had one, maybe he did. It was worth a shot, and it paid off. But don't sweat the details. I brought Connor along with me. He should be getting here any moment.
Well, what do we have here? Looks like a gathering. Waiting for me, are you? Nexum, you said you all came across a world where there were Fakemon. Whatever one of those are. Though, one such like matches the description and has a similar appearance to an SCP that the Foundation has in containment. This SCP is SCP-F-389, and the Foundation has named this one Whirlnagon, the same name as the one you have there. As a matter of fact, it's a long blue and purple water dragon, perhaps more of a leviathan. This SCP lives in the vast oceans and is responsible for the tsunamis and turbulent seas from around the region it calls its home. Treated like a god, this one is contained in Site OD-03, one of the Foundation's underwater containment facilities. Don't ask me where, though. It'd be a breach of protocol to tell you. There's not much to say about this one, other than it can create tsunamis. The locals who worshipped it called its ability the Dragonic Tsunami.
Then it looks like I was right. There's a common theme here. And I'm not sure why, but I'm starting to get a bad feeling.
I think I agree with you. This Fakemon dimension does seem to have Fakemon that you've all kind of encountered a counterpart of in your travels. But what's with this last one? This purple humanoid scorpion type thing. Is that a wrestling helmet? Now that lad. This one was also something that we had seen, although only in passing. And 'twas in our escape from that video game, wasn't it, Nexum?
That's right. When we escaped from encountering that SCP, what was it again?
SCP-001-V.
What he said. We saw this creature in passing, but it was being infected, or seemed to be getting infected, by that SCP, as we went through a dimension before returning. Wasn't the game dimension, but still, I saw this thing in passing while it was being infected, changing, whatever. I guess we can't say if this one isn't an SCP or not, but whatever. I guess things are as we think. Though, judging from the others, the details in this Fakemon report, saying it's rare, has a super short temper, and being a handful, I mean, this thing's like a scorpion and a wrestler in one. I'm not sure I'd want to face it. Ehrenfeld, though, well, he's up for fighting anything. But the main concern is I think we have a bit of a problem here.
A problem? How do you mean a problem? I don't get it. Well, you see, if we all have something like these things from our worlds, and we have all met each other, there's a fair chance we might be missing a few comrades in arms, not to mention, if this isn't a coincidence, who or what might be pulling the strings.
Pulling the strings? You mean like fate or destiny?
Fate or destiny, just one way to phrase it. But who knows what lies in store? If it's fate, that's one thing. But to think that somebody, nay, something, might be pulling the strings and causing us all to meet, let alone playing with us like we're some game. Well now, that's not something I fancy being a part of.
I guess that does make sense, but it sounds like you're talking about a god. You're talking about a god, aren't you? I mean, nothing else could be that powerful to do all that? I'll let you in on a little secret. Gods may or may not exist, but having the power to do this would make whatever it is near godlike. Well, at least to you and me. Well, that is until we know what's going on and find a way to deal with it.
Have it, part 2 of the August Community Redraw. And hope you all enjoyed having the honourable mention of some of the amazing artwork that was being submitted. But again, as always, special thank you to those who are selected. We have Tegan with Batcil, DempseyJ Gaming with Whirlnagon, and Refan with Scoroid. But now, the moment most of you guys have been waiting for, details of the September redraw. And that is to design your own superhero. Include one headshot and body shot, the name and abilities of your hero, and also include the name of your favourite horror movie. Deadline is the 22nd of September. You can submit via Discord or via email at redraws@dempseyjillustrations.co.uk. Details of which are on screen and in the description. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, why not check out one of the links on screen? Anyway, stay safe everybody. Catch you next time.